So, welcome aboard. Welcome back. I've had enough caffeine to give me a personality for the day, so I'm filming as many videos as I can right now. We are going to go through all of the palettes that I worked on this year, and we're going to talk about what I hit pan on, what I didn't hit pan on. I filmed another update that I never posted because I realized how much I hate editing the pictures into the end of these videos. So we're going to try some new stuff for next year. There is a picture from when I had filmed that on my panning Instagram at Erin Pans. So if you're interested in seeing what the update would have looked like, it's on there. Swamp Queen, did I hit pans in any shades this year? No. I have 3. However, even though I didn't hit pan in a new one, I did finish Big Baby. It's this one. It was an all over lid shade for me, so it ended up working really well. That's one of the reasons that I did not finish that single shadow that was in my Finish 18 and 18 project. Prism by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Did I hit pan? Yes, I hit pan in 2 shades, which I think these are both new. I don't think I updated on those. But if you look a little bit closer, I hit pan in Lure, and recently I hit pan in Obsidian, which is actually in my brows. I realized that I really do like this shade for my brows so far. So yeah, we're going to keep using that for now. I might move on to a different black in my collection and kind of like rotate between them. But as of now, I've been using this in my brows for, I don't know, I don't feel like it's been that long, and because these shades are so soft, it's been really easy to kind of move through it. I don't know, maybe I'll finish it next year, we'll see. Love Prism though. That was brand new at the beginning of the year, and I really did use the crap out of that thing. Next is Modern Renaissance. Did I hit pan? Yeah, I hit pan in Modern Renaissance a little bit this year, you might say. 3 shades this year. I hit pan in Burnt Orange, Primavera, and Venetian Red. And as you can see, maybe, I have started to expand the pan in Tempera, because that is my current shade that I'm using as my all-over lid shade for when I set my primer. I still love this palette. Next up is Subculture. Still, I love. Did I hit pan in this? Heck yes, I did. I hit pan in Edge, which is this yellow one. I think I also have like the tiniest baby pan in Electric, but I'm not counting that until I use it one more time because I know I'll have pan by then. I still love this. I think this is a great companion palette, especially for all the darker shades. Like, I really love some of these darker shades, especially Axis, to deepen up my, like, outer corner. It does not play well with others, but it also plays very well with others, so it's a fine line. But I love Subculture. I know it's an acquired taste. Master Palette by Mario. Did I hit pan this year? Yes, I did. This one had some major change this year. I now have pan in, I hit pan in 3 shades in this. So I hit pan in NYC, 5th Ave, and Bronx. I really like this palette too. I've had this palette about 2 years, and I'm not trying to pan an entire palette, but I can see how this would be an easy one to do because it's so versatile and it's really easy for just every day. I used this a lot when I had summer clinic. It's easy to just throw on like a couple shades ready to go in the morning. I love this palette. One might call this the best palette of the year in my collection, or most changed, most improved. I love Meat Matrimony, my boy. I hit pan in 1, 2, 3 shades, and I finished one. I can't wait to see the comparison of this palette, but like, so I hit pan this year in Matte Kumar, Matte Moskowitz, Matte Reed, and Matte Ahmed. Nope, I didn't hit pan Matte Ahmed. That was from last year. That's this one up here. I did expand that a little bit. I was using that in my eyebrows, and I was like, wait a second. Prism has a black shade that I need to hit pan in, so that's why I switched. I did finish Matte Lynn. This was an all-over lid shade for me, and I gotta say I miss it. I really love this palette. I think this is one of the easiest, like, just have in your collection, will go with anything palettes. And clearly I actually used I've used all of these in my eyebrows at one point or another. Mostly these two clear. This is a good contour shade for me. This is an essential palette in my collection at this point, and I can't imagine not having it. Double Exposure, which, womp, I didn't hit pan. I do have pan in 2 shades already. This black shade and this olive lid shade. This will be the next one that I use up after I work through Tempera and Modern Renaissance. I didn't hit pan in any this year. I did feel like I was pretty close in this one and this one. I like to travel with this when I go, like I go to Virginia a couple times a year because I have family down there, but I'm not drawn to this. I do like it as a companion palette though. Like I like having this blue in my collection. I might use the black a little bit more for my eyebrows if I get bored of Prism. And I do intend to finish this one. So we will see. I'm not like stressed out about the fact that I haven't used this. I do think it's a good palette, but it doesn't call to me like it used to. Next is the Naked palette, the OG. I hit pan in Half Baked. I also was pretty close to hitting pan in Sin, and I did expand this pan for sure, and I already had Naked. That was like probably one of the first eyeshadows I ever hit pan on, and I think that this palette is not as good as we thought it was, or used to think it was. It's also just not like a color scheme that I'm drawn to. I'm really into blues now all of a sudden, which I'm not gonna question because I'm loving it. But I mostly am more of a super warm tone. Like I love red eyeshadow. Modern Renaissance was my jam because like it's just all red. So I am not like super inspired by this palette anymore. It was really kind of a struggle to make myself use this a lot of times. Another palette that I want to be good friends with, but oh, I did hit pan in Trick right here. That is a beautiful shade, and really most of these are so pretty. Oh, I also expanded the pan in Strange. I think this palette's so pretty, and every time I go to use it I get so pumped because I'm like, oh, look how pretty it is. And then like you can tell I do have some good dips in like a few of these. But every time I use it, it either turns out kind of muddy or it just major fallout, like major glitter fallout from this half of the palette. And as much as I love glitter, I don't want to have to deal with that every time. Next is the Urban Decay Ammo palette. I did not hit pan. I'm not super drawn to this palette. I do have pan in 2 shades already, but it's getting kind of old. This, I used Shattered, the blue, recently with like a bunch of other blue eyeshadows, and first I was like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty, and then it literally fell off my eyes, like fell off, did not stick at all, and I was like, what is happening? I wet it and it was okay, but it just falls off, like it just, I cannot even describe what happened, because at first I put it on and I was like, okay, I'm sorry because you're beautiful, I'm sorry I doubted you, and then I tried putting more eyeshadows on to, you know, make a look, and it fell off. And I realized why I doubted it. I'm not like super stressed out that I didn't really hit pan in anything in here. Okay, the Once palette, I got this a few months ago. I didn't hit pan in anything in here. I was pretty close in Oh Heavens. I'm not stressed that I didn't hit pan in anything in here. I was super pumped about this palette when I first got it, and honestly, like, I used it for like 2 or 3 weeks straight, and then I haven't really picked it up too much since, which there's a good reason for that I'll get to soon, but I am happy I bought this, and I think it's a good palette to have. Oh, last 2 palettes I have in this project. Oh, I got rid of the Shade Light palette. I gave it to my friend. I actually did finish one whole shade in there before I gave it to her. And I think I had hit pan in 2 shades this year in that palette. I didn't hit pan in any from Petal Pusher, but it's okay. I'm not mad. I hit pan in this shade up here in the Comfort Zone this year. So I do have pan in 4 shades in this. I still love the Comfort Zone. However, I did buy 2 palettes this year, and I regret nothing. Or no, I bought 2 since my last update. I did discuss this a little bit in the update that I never posted, so I'm just gonna go through this real quick. I broke down and bought a Juvia's Place palette, and there's no going back. This is the only eyeshadow that I am actually motivated to buy forever. I didn't hit pan in this yet, but you can see a lot of the dips that I have. Oh my gosh, I've never had such an easy time putting on eyeshadow. So, I did get another one for Christmas. I just got the Zulu palette. Oh, this was the Saharan too. And this I'm already kind of obsessed with. I've only had it a couple days, so there's not really like major dips in it, but I've used it every day since. And they may or may not have been doing a half off sale, and I may have bought 5 palettes. I don't care. I said this to my family, like, I wanted like 3 different Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, but then I ended up not asking for them for Christmas because I realized that, like, even though they're probably like they were my favorite shadow, they don't compare to Juvia's Place. Like, that is the absolute best eyeshadow I've ever tried. And you've seen, I've tried a pretty wide variety of shadows at this point, and I do not envision myself going back. And the fact that they were half off, their shadows are so good, but I wanted, like, when I went to like try and round out a look with like a color I needed from another palette, I felt like it didn't perform as good, so like it was just dragging the look down. And I think I've got such a good variety of like their shadows now, or I will when I get them in the mail. It hasn't shipped yet, and I've been just like checking my email constantly. I don't think I'll buy any other shadows. Like, I really don't think I'll ever buy another brand, except for maybe like ABH, but I don't like I'm gonna keep using the ones I have too, but I don't think that anything else I have is anywhere near as good. Just go, I think they have them in some Ultas. Go swatch them in stores. Buy one palette. They're $20, guys. They're so good. Okay. So, I didn't hit pan in every palette that I own this year, and I don't care. I think I did pretty good. I definitely got my money's worth out of all these palettes, and I rotated them. Like, I did really get a lot of use out of all of them. Clearly there were some that I used more than others, and that's fine. It's not always gonna be like I use, like, you know, that's the other thing. I feel like a lot of other people are starting to do this kind of challenge. I've seen people are calling it pan in every palette, which, tell me that's not what I've been doing for 2 years now. I don't know who like started it, but I've been doing that. I just didn't call it that. I think that a lot of people are doing this with so many restrictions on it, or like trying to focus on which specific shadow they want to like try and hit pan in, and that's fine, but I feel like that doesn't work for me. I like to not restrict myself because this is supposed to be fun. I just wanted to get a good use out of all mine, so like even the ones that I didn't hit pan on, I did use, and I feel like I did rotate them, you know? I don't know. It's supposed to be fun. I'm not gonna make myself work to do makeup. But thanks for watching, guys. I will post my intro for next year for what I'm going to be doing, and I'm gonna, oh, at the end of this video there will be the first picture from the beginning of the year and the last picture from like right now, so we can see the comparison, and I'll probably post that on my Instagram too. But thanks so much for watching. This was a ton of fun. I can't believe how many people started watching me because of this, so welcome aboard. I'm sorry I'm trash and can't update, but thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.